Welcome to tonight's show. Second to last in the... Hang on just a minute. They do say never appear with animals or children, and I'm not sure which is worse. Well, as you probably know, the James Whale Show comes to the whole of the country as from April the 7th. Friday night, April the 7th. Tonight's programme, we're looking at some of the best bits you've requested over the last two series. I wonder if London is ready for this sort of show. But before we do that, let me remind you, you can phone us on 0532 46 1000. Get off there. Or, if you can't get through on the phone, you can fax us on 05... Well, here's the fax number. First, a little music. Now, get out of here!
Whaley's on. It's 1 o'clock. You fall in from the pubs.
That famous jingle fills the air. Arcala with his cubs.
There's never been a sight like this to fill your TV screens.
Controversy, filth and degradation. And that's just behind the scenes.
Call the most famous man on planet Earth and have a friendly chat.
Go on, tell him what you really think.
Hello, James.
That's enough of you prat.
Reincarnation, witchcraft, student loans.
The monarchy or Madam Sin.
Chat lines on the telephone. And why the fruit machines always win.
Hair transplants and vanity. Taxidermists and driving badly.
Psychic folk who
talk like that and will tell your fortune gladly.
Beefy men in leather gear and ladies in suspenders.
Oh. Shut up. Or, if you fancy a change, let Stephanie Lloyd transform your gender.
Handguns, rifles, should they be? James really hit the target.
But here's our tip. To give him jip, we'd like to hear from Margaret.
'Cause Whaley is a mega star, immaculate and meaner
than anybody, anywhere, except the lovely Nina.
With his waistcoats, ties and cowboy boots.
He's the envy of all his cronies.
We love him, though he's...
He's a Greek god. He's a Greek god.
And Adonis.
OK, a round of applause for the Greek god. Welcome to the programme. OK, piss off. Right, welcome to the most sexist show on television. I should just go over here where it's nice and light, and tonight we're looking at some of the best bits over the past couple of series. This would have been the last programme in the series, but we like to do it differently, so it's the second to last. We're on next week as well before the new series. Now, this week, if you want to phone us, you know the phone number, it's coming up, there we are. The phone number is 0532 46 1000, but last week we had so much fun with the faxes, you can fax us as well. Whether you're working tonight or not, you can fax us on 0532 421 830. Do that now. We're going to show you some best bits that you've requested, and we're going to start off with the Transformation film repeat, which was requested by R. Whitehurst in Manchester. You should like this. Look at this.
Whaley goes to town.
Hello. Yes. I'd like to see the doctor, please.
Certainly, yes. May I have your name, please?
Name? Fred Smith. What do I just go and sit and...
If you just have a seat in the waiting room, a nurse will call for you shortly to take you in to see the doctor.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much indeed. Come here often? Waiting around, embarrassing. Tell me about some of these rather awful-looking tools of torture down here, because I think this is what's going to frighten most people. I mean, for goodness sake, Richard.
Right, we use this sometimes for frying warts.
Oh, please.
Not as bad as it sounds. First of all, you'd be pleased to hear some local anaesthetic, rather like the dentist uses if you're getting a tooth out, is injected at the base of the wart. It stings slightly. After that, you feel nothing. We connect this probe in here, switch on the box, and this goes red, and we just take the wart away. Doesn't hurt.
This rather gruesome looking
Yes,
object, what happens
yes.
with this?
This is called a proctoscope.
Yeah.
Now, if we see a gay man who's worried about the question of infection in his back passage, we obviously need to examine there. And what we do is we connect this up. It's connected to this box, which is a light source, and we can switch that on, lights
Yeah,
up,
I see.
and we just insert that with a bit of lubricating jelly into the back passage. We can see there and get swabs.
Whaley goes to town.
You were a man, you're now a woman, and this shop is designed really for men who would like to be women or who enjoy wearing women's clothes.
It's designed mainly for transvestites, so it's men who want to escape for just a few hours and dress up and enjoy life as a woman. The best part of being a woman.
What about yourself? Now, you're one of, I must say, a few people who have had a sex change operation. I mean, how has life been for you since you became a woman? I mean, are you much happier? Is it everything you thought it would be?
Yes, I'm very contented in myself, but life hasn't been easy. That is to hide the essential difference between males and females.
It is.
And to give them a feminine shape.
I see, yes. Must be quite uncomfortable, actually.
I wouldn't know.
No, you wouldn't, would you? Over here, I have to bring this in. I mean, this is obviously,
It's a false boob.
Yeah, right. But it feels so sort of, I mean, it's not hard and stiff like these here that you see in the sort of the club acts.
No. These are actually were designed and made for women who'd had mastectomies.
Yeah.
They're the nearest thing that science can come up with, which resembles the living breast.
Let's have a look over here, because you published some rather unusual books. This is the first thing I thought was quite nice, the Alternative TV Times. It isn't, though.
No,
The
it's-
Alternative TV Times.
It's a transvestite
Yeah.
magazine, and produced for not just transvestites, but people who also want to read about it.
Are you embarrassed about me holding this up?
No, not at all.
No? This is you.
This is me.
Believe it or not, this is Stephanie.
Whaley goes to town.
I mean, I thought I was coming into a sweet shop, really. This is a chocolate willy, is it?
That's right. It's a nice filling treat, really.
New for the Eastern. Oh, I see what you... Yes, I
That's
see.
right. Be
Milk
careful.
or plain, is it?
You've got to be careful you don't melt them, actually, because they
Yeah.
tend to go out of shape quite easily.
Well,
but,
pop it back.
That's just plain, actually.
That's plain, is it?
Yes, we do a dark chocolate one.
Yeah, and I see there's even the vegetables here as well. This is what, a cucumber, is it? Or...
Well, not quite a cucumber,
No?
actually. It's more for a sort
Oh,
of
my gosh.
a fruity salad, I would say. really,
Yes,
you know.
yes. Edible?
Oh, extremely, yes.
Yeah,
Extremely
yeah.
nutritious.
What would one do with this harness?
You just wear it like
Oh,
this,
yeah.
and just try to look very sexy. We
Yeah.
have shorts, which sit from the side,
Oh, yes, yeah.
and you can reveal.
You can reveal those, can you? Oh,
push it down to it.
yeah, yes. Oh,
Basically that.
I see, yes,
And you have
yes.
studs on the front.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
I thought when I came in these were key rings of some sort, but these
These
aren't,
are
are they?
sex aids.
These are what, eh? Sex aids?
Yes. And these are basically for male members, as you might say. There's a couple of clips for the
what?
for the nipples.
Oh, yes, I see.
And here's a little bit at the bottom.
Yeah, what is that? What does this do?
You could, well, you're illustrating it quite well there.
You put your finger through that.
That's right. If you just want to.
46,000. James Whale.
Okay, abusive letters. You get a lot of abusive letters, but still. Right, we're in the studio. Now, 46, hang on, 46 1000. Leeds 46 1000 is the number to call if you'd like to give us a ring. We'll be having a chat with some of you on the phone lines a little later on. We've had a load of faxes through already. Can you get that? I don't know if you can get that. It's supposed to be humorous. There, have a look at that. It says... you don't watch the James Whale Show, do you, as well? Never mind. The fax number, of course, which is probably coming up on the screen at some point. There we are. That's the fax number. It's very good. Here's one, which is very funny. I've got to read this one. This is great. It says, please could you show a little bit when you are in the massage parlour. We haven't got that on, funnily enough. We didn't get that on the massage parlour, but we do have sort of some things that I think you'll find rather attractive. This is good. It says, due to poor turnout so far, the prize in the Salman Rushdie lookalike contest has been increased to an all-expenses-paid trip of a lifetime to Iran. All proceeds to Comic Relief. Thank you very much indeed for that. That's nice. Right, you want to send us a fax or give us a ring? Do that now. We'll be back after the break. Well, the whale phenomenon is spreading. Here in London, they're even naming streets after me. In fact, I'm so popular that people are even pinching my catchphrases.
You stupid woman!
Stupid, stupid. Bimbo. Stupid, stupid.
What a bimbo.
You stupid, stupid woman. Shut it. Bimbo.
This is very, very good.
Bimbo.
This is very, very good.
Bimbo.
Here we go.
This is very, very good.
Shut it.
I enjoy that.
This is very, very good. Bimbo.
Suppose a fax is out of the question, really, isn't it?
Well, I'm thinking about it. I've been meaning to get one.
Right, welcome back. And here in part two, we're going to take a few phone calls. And Ellie Lane has joined me. We've
James,
caught at it now.
That's
haven't
your
we,
wages
really?
in your pocket. You've had a rise.
Yes,
I'll tell the
yes.
producer.
Yeah, okay. Robin from
Only a little one, though.
Robin from Liverpool. Hello.
Hello, James.
Hi, Robin.
Pleased to talk to you. I'd like to thank you on behalf of everyone at Huddersfield Poly for having a real man on the air for once.
Way!
I think it's about time we had a real man.
Listen.
I'll let you know later, Robin, all
And
right?
I'm glad to see you rising, James, as well.
I'm rising to the occasion. Thank you, Robin. That's enough from you. For Steve Wright in the afternoon, who we quite like on this show as well, I'm putting the red glasses on. You like that, okay? Because this is a totally sexist programme. You don't mind, do you?
Absolutely, no.
You're sexist as well as me.
Absolutely, against the fellas.
Yes, you believe...
Sorry, man.
Please, you believe that a man's place is, well, you know,
Well,
a man's
yes, in the
place.
bedroom.
Yeah.
And if he's good, he gets breakfast. Carry on.
I'm getting a bit bored, actually. Would you like to slip under the desk and change?
Well,
Well, because I'm bored with this. Stand up and show everybody. Can you turn around a little bit?
This guy over there stuck something up my dress. I
Did
hope
he?
it's a
Where was that?
microphone. That one there. I've got matching knickers,
Sorry,
you know.
you have, haven't you?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, you've got a little
I
thing
put some
hanging
on. The
down.
producer, I know, it's most uncomfortable.
What the hell? What can
I
I
thought
tell
it
you?
was you, never mind.
David, do you want to sit on my knee?
Well, can I? Do you
Yes.
mind?
Oh, right. David from Birmingham. Hello, David.
Hello, James.
David.
How are you?
Very well, David. Speak to us.
Well,
What
I'd
can we
like
talk
to
about?
know whether, well, since you're nearing baldness yourself, whether you'd regard baldness as regard to whether you got a big knob or not.
Well, somebody asked. Somebody asked that last
Answer that
week.
for you. No.
Somebody asked last week, and
No.
no. Well, right,
well-
okay. It's a lie. I'm sorry about that, David from Birmingham. Phil from Bradford in West Yorkshire. Hello, Phil.
Yeah, James.
We're getting really down to the depth now,
We
aren't
are.
we?
Go on, Phil,
Yeah.
make it good.
I'd like to know where you get your cowboy boots from.
You'd like to know where I get my cowboy boots from? Pillock. Right, okay. Michael, this is interesting because apparently we're not on Scottish television tonight. We're on Grampian, but apparently in the newspaper it says we're not on Scottish television. Is that right, Michael?
That's correct, James, aye.
Well, that's no good. Would you write to them, please?
Will do, I'll give him a bell.
Okay, what can we do for you?
Just a wee comment. What do you think of the comment that Gary Davis made in Radio 1 today?
What did he say? I didn't hear it.
He was boycotting the Channel 4 TV over the weekend because of Michael Gage refused to open the doors.
Would you write it down in English and send it to me, please, Michael, and then I can let you have an answer on that. Sean from... Did you understand what he was saying?
Not at all.
Well,
Go
then,
on,
please.
next
Sean,
one, next.
Sean from Birmingham. Hello,
Hello,
Sean.
James.
Hello, Sean.
Do you remember the Dempsey River action last week?
Slowly, Sean. I know it's exciting for you to be able to communicate with
No,
a
it's
megastar
brilliant.
like this, but just... What was that?
Do you remember the Dempsey River action last week?
Do we remember the...
I missed the last bit. Can you take it out of your mouth, Sean? It would help.
What's he got in his mouth?
I don't know.
Okay,
Dempsey River Act from Hodghill School.
Sean?
Yeah?
Off. Thank you. Norma from Liverpool. Hello, Norma. Norma? No Norma from Liverpool. What about Carl from the West Midlands?
Hello, James.
Who's that, Carl?
Yeah.
Okay, Carl.
I want to say that if you put on a couple of pounds, right, and shaved your moustache and beard off and lost your earring, you'd look just like Harold at our neighbours.
Carl, just a minute.
Yeah.
Say that again. Somebody with a big mouth shouted at me. What, Carl?
Well, you know, last week's programme was about soaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you put on a couple of pounds, shaved your moustache and beard off, you'd look just like Harold at our neighbours.
Oh, thanks very much.
It's all right.
Thanks very much. Right, okay. I don't think that's funny. Anybody want to phone in? I see we've on a serious subject tonight. If you want to ring in on a serious subject or fax us on a serious subject, I see that more motorway deaths seem to have been caused. Again, wagons driving very close together. Folkestone homeowners lose their homes for Channel Tunnel. serves them right, really, for not taking this programme down there in that part of the world. And John Tower, of course, is not to become the US Defence Secretary due to his drinking, which really leaves this lot out. If we were going to have drinking, you know, I mean, they wouldn't have this crew on, would you? Look at them. Have you ever seen an ugly lot?
Smartened them up, have you? I mean,
No, there's not a lot you can do with them, really.
I mean,
Actually, this one over here, you get a shot of this one over here, he stands around. If we can see him later, he actually will stand there with his hand on his hip most of the time. Very nice.
I'm a bit worried about him. He's had his hand in his pocket an awful lot as
Yeah,
well. I
that's
told him no one wants to steal it, but he's not convinced. But there you go. He's an insecure boy. What do we do
Can I
now?
carry on? I don't know what we're going to do now. Listen.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, actually,
I'm
people
going to go and change in a minute. Is that okay?
Well, I wish you would, yeah.
Yeah,
Something
is that
really
okay?
sexy.
I'll do my best.
Go on, off you go.
Okay,
then.
well, I'll
Go
see
on.
you in a minute.
Yeah,
All right.
okay, right. That's, you know, it's just a little twirl.
Yes, my lump at the back. It's good.
Ah, right, okay. People write some very rude letters to me. You've no idea. Some of the letters they send are really very rude, and I get very hurt. One such gentleman was a guy called Ian Bannister, and he'd been writing quite a lot of rude letters, so I decided to go and give him what for. Okay, this is take 2. I screwed the letters up, that's why they're in a mess. Ian Bannister wrote to me. He wants me taken off the air. He thinks I'm a pillock. He thinks I have a lot in common with a hedgehog trying to cross the road, in that I'm totally flat. And he does say, if you dare invite me on the show, I'll close it down. He's written a number of letters to me. He's obviously a charming, very nice guy. So we're up here in the middle of nowhere looking for what could be a fictitious address.
Somebody to see you.
Ian, how lovely to see you. Listen,
Oh,
Ian.
no, not that pellet.
Yes, Ian,
Oh,
this
my
is, listen.
God.
I've got this lovely letter that you've
I got a
written-
letter from Yorkshire TV
You've
this
written
morning.
to me.
I thought, it's not him, is it?
Look, it's really, Ian, we're a little concerned.
Do you mind if I got an appointment at the dentist in 5 minutes?
Well, here we go, listen. It says, I like to make... You don't mind, do you? But, I might like to make a comment on the James Whale show. Actually, I've never seen it because by the time I've watched the intro, I'm so full of crap, I have to go for a shit. And by the time I get back, the show's over. You must have had a few drinks that night.
Oh, yeah, quite a few.
You know.
Yeah, but you can tell how full of crap it is if it takes that long to get rid of it.
It's, yeah. In fact, can we, listen, while we're here, can we have a look at the bog? Just so I get an idea, because that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
You can, if
let's
you
have
like,
let's have
Why
a
not?
quick look at the bog, because you never know. I mean, I want to see where you spend most of the time when I'm on the air. And this is the bog.
Sorry, the mother
Here we are. This is it, right? Yeah.
Just a short flush, that.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Look, you dress in my style too.
Oh, yeah. No, actually, that's a real one. This is plastic, isn't it?
I think you'll find this is vintage World War One.
Yeah, vintage C&A by the looks of it.
Ian, may I have a... Can I have a look at this?
He's found it.
I mean, this... I thought you looked recognisable. I thought you looked very recognisable. Do me a bit, go on.
Do you a bit?
In Australia. No, Australian?
Eh?
Australian, you know?
Australian?
Yeah,
Yeah. You wouldn't give a Castlemaine 4X, what is it?
Yes, that's good.
4X for anything else?
Yeah.
Nah.
Tell them the James Whale show
I
is
hate
a load
Australians
of crap.
almost as much as I hate you, know.
Why?
They're thick.
Australians are thick?
Yeah, thick as big shit, yeah.
You don't like Australians at all?
No. Except this guy, Paul Hogan, he's all right.
He's all right. Is that one of his
good.
hats?
He's good. Him.
Yeah,
Very
he pulls
funny
young women too, doesn't he? Is this all your...
Not for long, he does he?
I see that bedtime reading, obviously you are, you know, I love you, let's work it out.
Yeah.
Yes, that's nice. Your sort of
Or
stuff.
work it in.
Or work it in, as the
That's
case
more
may
like
be.
your sort of stuff, yeah.
Games. Oh, look at this. This
Games
is
people
good.
play.
Yes, the psychology of human relationships.
Yeah, the wife's reading that. Her boyfriend's a bit of a queer.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean, a bit queer. Not,
he's a bit of queer.
Not,
He's a bit
you
queer.
know, yeah,
You've got
it's
an
strange,
open
bit strange.
marriage. Oh, right. Okay, Ian, thank you very much indeed. You've been a very, very good sport.
Well,
and presumably now you are going to be making an appearance on the James Whale show. Things
Are you
will
sure?
have improved. Oh, I'm sure this will be a starring part.
It'll have to go in the late night horror movie, won't it?
Well, I don't know. Smile into the camera and say goodbye to all your fans.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Okay, welcome back. It's all go here, isn't it, at the moment? And I told you not to come up before we...
Oh, sorry.
Now you've really ruined it, haven't you? Come and sit down.
Is that, that was all right? I've just about got in there.
Yeah,
I think I've grown.
I think you have. Can you sit down? I'm sorry about
Had
this,
a
just for
comic
one
relief.
moment.
This is hand relief.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Right. Now,
Do you mind?
this is one we didn't have time for last week, and I wanted to know who sent it. It says, to James Whale, I'm going to bed now. Love, Liz. Be quiet when you come in. And it doesn't actually give any address, so I'll keep that later.
In
Liz,
what?
if you're looking, send us another one.
Are you still getting calls, or what are you doing?
Yeah, OK, well, I thought we'd take a call, and there's a couple more here. This comes from the Synergy Recording Studio. This fax in Ashford Street, Shelton, Stoke-on-Trent. Thank you for that. So if you want to send us a fax and you're near a fax, send us one, all right? John from What are you doing?
I'm laughing at these rude messages. He's getting lots of requests here. Physically impossible,
Yeah.
that last one. I wouldn't stand for that. That's disgusting.
I could do that if I'd had a few drinks, actually.
Could you really?
Yeah, I could. John!
Hello there, James.
From Clydebank. Hello, John.
Hi.
Hello. I was just actually wanting to say I think you should stand for Parliament.
Do you think so?
You speak a lot of common sense.
Thank you very much indeed,
You don't
John.
speak a lot of crap.
John, thank you very much indeed. That's very nice indeed, John. I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time either, John.
And by the way, can I ask your dolly bird out?
This is Ellie, yes.
Hi.
How are you doing, Ellie?
Who am I doing, or how am I doing?
How are you
I'm
doing?
to answer both. No, will you stop doing that? They are not puppets. I told you before. I've got a wonderful idea.
I've got to go.
I'm allowed to mention another programme. Did you watch earlier? I mean, Maria Whittaker was absolutely stunning tonight. I think she should do the new budget next year, don't you reckon?
We'll take a break. I'm not
She's
answering.
wonderful.
James Whale. The James Whale Radio Show.
Welcome back to part 3 of the James Whale Show, where we're looking at some of the most favourite pieces of the last 2 series. I'm here in the capital, just standing, enjoying the sights with...
Do you have permission to film on the bridge toll?
permission to film? Karen, we'll be back in a few moments. I'm sorry, it's like this, officer, really. Permission to film? Yeah, Lou Reed, love that. That's called Dirty Boulevard. Great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to put your hands together, both at home, come on, for goodness sake, at home, here in the audience as well, for the fantastic Jim Tamaray!
Good evening, acid people. I was driving along my car today. Policeman stops me. He says, "You're going to lose your licence." I said, "I haven't got a licence." And then he said, "And where are we going, sonny boy?" I said, "Well, it'll have to be your place, officer." I've got elderly parents. I can't take you back there. Everybody's going surfing. Anyway, all the way here with a double bass to Leeds for one joke. Good idea, though, isn't it? Weighs 65 pounds, gets stuck between the floor and the roof in trains, costs the price of a dog on buses. Once I've got it in the car, I can't get it out again. People laugh, throw money, shout, "Give us a tune, mate. That's one hell of a banjo you've got there." Met one nice person last week who shouted midget with a violin. Or it doesn't matter if he dies on stage, he's brought his own coffin. Her name's Basie. Basie, we're married, 4 cellos. She's going to do some of her favourite impressions for you now. No, Placido Domingo, pissed out of his head. Cow with a banger up its bum. Titanic. Film impression, Psycho. Barry Sheen, world-class motorcyclist. That's all I know of that one. Beethoven's Final Movement. And finally, the man sawing his wooden leg off.
Thank you very much indeed. Are you going to take it and let it sit down for a while? Jim Taveray, ladies and gentlemen, great, fantastic. Now, one of the comedians you wanted to see more of on the show, and in the new series I'm sure we're going to see him more often, is Bernard Manning. A lot of you wrote in to see Bernard Manning, so we've sort of cobbled together, if you like, some of our favourite bits of Bernard. I hope you like them. Here they are.
The best of Bernard.
Right. How lovely to be here. Lovely to be. Nice to be here tonight with you to tell you a few nice, clean stories.
Hey, listen, I'd like to ask Bernard, when was the last time you saw his dick?
That's not very... I'm sorry about that, Bernard.
Tell him to send me a photograph of himself. Edwina Curry got a Christmas card this year from Sammy Davis Jr. and Ella Fitzgerald, and it said, all the best for Christmas, Sam and Ella.
He could have conclusive proof, he says, and he's prepared to share it with us when he's got it on video, of life after death. Does that inspire you in any way or not?
Well, you've only got to think of Jimmy Tarbuck. Blind fellow walking through Leeds with his guide dog, and the guide dog slashed up his leg. And I give it a dog biscuit, and the fellow dashed up, he said, that's the nicest thing I've ever seen in my life. He said, that dog just pissed up your leg, you give it a dog biscuit. He says, yes, I'm just finding out where his mouth is, he's going to get a kick in the bollock.
Firstly, do you have a gun? And if so, how often do you shoot your load?
Well, I've had the operation and I'm firing blanks at present. Quasimodo walked in this pub. He says, a Scotch whiskey. He says, Bell's all right. He says, mind your own bleeding business. That's not funny, you see. There's two dogs pissing up against the wall with its four paws like that. And a fella said, never seen nothing like that before. He said, it's always pissed like that. He said, ever since the wall fell on it. There's two Jews walking through Glasgow, and a big gang of these skinheads come walking toward them. And he said, look at these two. He said, we're going to get mugged here, Amy. He said, I think we are. I said, I'm sure we are. Anyway, here's that 600 quid I owe you.
Did you have a burger or not, Bernard?
Yes, I did.
You want another one?
Very nice. Yes, I'll give you a lift without me, old son.
All right.
Give you a lift.
I haven't got anything, it's all right.
I love these. Fat people live forever, you know. You've never seen a coffin shaped like that, have you? Father Christmas came down the chimney. Dolly Bird lay there, just a negligee, and he says, yo, ho, 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 ho. He says, happy Christmas, there's your present. She said, he's stopping for 5 minutes. She said, I can't do nothing. No time for no like that. He said, I've too much to do, love, he said. And she dropped the lot. He said, now look here, love. He said, I can't be stood here talking to you. He said, all these kids are waiting for the toys, he said. Mind you, he says, I'll have to stop now. I can't get back up the chimney. Well, I'll be fucked out of the moment.
Right. Okay, right, quiet. Don't want to upset this little friend of mine here. If, by the way, you'd like to join in with this rowdy bunch we have here in the studio sometime, if you want, is this is okay? She hasn't been to the toilet for a month, you say?
No.
I'm a bit worried about that. If you'd like to come and be part of... Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Looking at you, I could do it any minute. If you'd like to come and be part of the audience, if you write to us, all right, at Wales Mail, we'll show you the address a little bit later on. Thank you very much indeed. Do you want me to look after it?
Please.
I don't mind it. Then write to us, and we'd like to see you here, perhaps in the new series. That's great. Okay, now if, all I need to do really is take my clothes off, and we'll be all right. That actually goes very well, goes very nicely with. It goes very nicely with the waistcoat, isn't it? Can we just follow over here? Do you like snakes on the pillow? Quiet, because you don't want to frighten her. Do you want to? Who hasn't touched a snake? Feel that, isn't it? They're not like you think. Right?
I met some women like this.
Make very nice shoes, I know. Okay. On the first show that was only shown in Yorkshire, Kay was on the programme, and it was all a bit confused, wasn't it? We had Kay outside, and she did some fire eating. All right? Watch this. Let's have a round of applause for Kay. You can't even see where the plastic surgery had to be carried out. Very good. We'll take a break. Don't go away. Back in part 4.
I don't know, but I've been told. James Whale! James Whale on your radio. James Whale! Now he's on the TV too. James Whale! Call him now, he'll talk to you. James Whale!
Okay, right. Welcome back. I've lost Kay for the moment, and Ellie and Jim have joined. Are you right?
Yeah.
Good. Look at that. We've had loads and loads of faxes for you. Here's one. It says, you can read that out. I can't read that.
Shush your tits, Ellie. Actually, I've got a ruder one than that. If you want a photo of James, you're very welcome.
Right, hang on, just one moment. Just one moment. Have you got the one yet? No?
Well, the thing...
I was hoping, well, never mind, we'll do it later. It's oh my God. I'm just... we're going to take some calls. I think we'll take some calls, Ellie.
OK, can we continue with my proposal? Maria Whittaker for the new Chancellor of the Exchequer. She could do for the budget. What Cecil Parkinson did for birth control, so go for it, some calls on that, please.
Maria Whittaker. Do we think she's fit for the, perhaps even the new leader of the Conservative Party?
No, did you know, quite seriously, Maria went to a My Reader last week. She got charged half price, very reasonable.
Not surprised.
Absolutely.
Ian from Torquay. Quiet. Ian, hello.
Hello, James.
Yes, Ian, how are you?
Yeah, well, I just wrote mainly to tell you that since I've been watching the programme, you do put on the subjects of which don't normally go on the TV.
Yeah, I've got, just a minute, Ian. It's stuck under the bloody arm here. I'm not, it's just, okay, yeah, sorry.
Are you in trouble?
Yeah, no, well, I'm not in trouble, but the snake's stuck under there. And we have the RSPCA writing in droves of things. Can you... Well, never mind, anyway, it'll be all right. She shed her skin or something worse over us. Yeah, sorry, Ian. So, anything you'd like us to cover in the future, Ian?
Well...
Good, fine, OK. Well, if you write to us, and we'll get that on the programme as well. Irene from Oldham. Hello, Irene.
Hello.
How are you, Irene?
I'm not bad.
Good.
I just thought, as your programme seems to circulate around the items of crap,
yes.
I'd like you to talk about the crap that people circulate around my house.
Yes.
People seem to bring their dogs around my house and let them crap, and they stand at the wall and look in the window, and while the dogs are doing it all round the door.
Irene, answer me a question.
Yeah.
Have you got a BBC local radio station near you?
I don't know.
You must have. They're very good on dog shit. You want to get in touch with them. Thank you. Karen Burntwood wrote us a little fact here, said, considering sexual equality, shouldn't you display the male bodies of your crew to all the viewers? Please reply, you ignorant bastard. That's not very nice, is it, Karen? Would you want to see this lot without clothes in?
Shall we have a go at this? Okay, can we have a volunteer? The gentleman in the green there. Shall I help out? I think we should even this up. Excuse me. Look, hang on.
Well, you do that while I'm doing the phone calls. I'm not surprised.
What is the matter with him?
We've got some male nudity later on in the show.
Okay.
All right, Jane from Halifax. Hello, Jane.
Hello.
Hi, what do you want?
I want to know when you go countrywide in April, what do you think Mary Whitehouse is going to think of you?
Oh, I think she'll probably be prepared to come here and sit on my lap just like Ellie, won't she?
Absolutely love it. Mary's a real raver, actually.
Yeah. Real raver. We'll have her as part of the team.
She goes for it in a big way.
As part of the nighttime team.
She writes some material for me, actually.
Does she really?
Yeah, absolutely. She's very, very...
Hang on, just 1 minute.
All the stuff she
Just
bangs.
1 minute. Sorry, shut up. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I feel, Jim, there is a joke coming here. Now, just very quiet, everybody.
I've got no jokes. The only thing I heard funny in the last couple of days was that the chairman of the company responsible for the Zeebrugge disaster said, if anyone questions our security, come up and see me anytime. Our doors are open.
Oh dear, dear, Jim. No, that wasn't Jim. Please, Stephen, who's calling us from the Isle of Man. It's always nice to see people who live in a sort of a strange community. Yes, Stephen.
Hello, I've just had a newsflash, James.
Yes, Stephen.
Yes, the Conservative Party have chosen the French letter as their new emblem.
Yes.
Because it stands for inflation and it supports a bunch of pricks.
Oh, that's not... Oh, dear.
I would like to have answered that, actually. You know, it was James. Is he gone?
Yeah, he's got Stephen. No, it was Stephen.
Stephen,
Yeah.
I want to know if Stephen knows what a French letter is.
He probably doesn't
And if
know.
so, I wish his father had.
Listen, wasn't Maggie great on the news tonight?
Oh, absolutely.
She was marvellous when she was over there telling them what to do. If you're not going to work properly in Liverpool, you're not having your jobs. Get rid of them. What a great lady.
Mary Whitehouse writes of her as well.
Does she really?
Absolutely.
Similarity. Andrew from Leeds. Hello, Andrew. Okay, Andrew, you can go. Right, Mark from Northampton. Hello, Mark.
Hello, James.
Yes, Mark.
Well, first of all, I'd like to agree with Ellie Lane about Maria Whittaker.
Yeah, okay.
Good one, good one.
Exchequer, because
Yeah.
she has bigger assets.
Yeah.
Yes.
And secondly, why are you?
Oh, you can't get to the point. You're not coming on the programme. Go
No.
away. Right.
Incidentally, Maria's boyfriend has got extreme problems at the moment because he's being recognised from being Maria.
Ellie,
the stretch marks around his mouth are causing extreme discomfort at the moment.
Ellie, I can't help
Come on, Maria.
thinking... Ellie,
I was stunned.
I can't help thinking that you're a little jealous here. Do you
Oh,
want to do the
she's got
first ever
bigger.
live page 3 on TV or not
No,
tonight?
I'll reserve that for Maria. You know.
You sure?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
she's very good. Actually, she's a mate of mine. She'll forgive me, but I was stunned by her tonight.
Right, we've got the competition. Hang on, just a minute. We've got to do a competition. We didn't have much response to last week's where I invited you to write the billet. Look at this thing. You to write the... He's looking at the condoms. You to write the billings for the TV Times. You were terrible. Absolutely
Inside
awful.
one.
So that was no good. This week's competition, we're giving away some more of these fantastic speakers. You can plug them all around the house and you can watch the James Whale TV show in any room and you can hear it. They're worth £200. They're the first prize. And we've got a couple of other prizes here and a James Whale belt. Engraved with Whaley's name on it. There we are. That's good. That's it. See there? Good. Fantastic. All you have to do is write to me and tell me how many times has Bernard Manning appeared on the show. All right?
I've got a better one.
It's less than 10 and it's more than 1. Will you shut your
How
mouth
many
a minute?
condoms to get on the
Don't
snake? How many James Whale
confuse them.
condoms to go on the snake?
Here comes the address to send your entries
Ellie.
to. How many times has Bernard Manning appeared on the James Whale Show? To Wales Mail, care of Yorkshire Television, the Television Centre, Leeds LS3 1JS. And next week you could be the proud owner of these fantastic speakers. Now, I think we're going to have a video. Here's Prefab Sprout and Golden Calf. And hang on, I'll press the button. Right.
Go down. No.
Sorry, yeah, right. Prefab Sprout and Golden Calf. Nearly the end of the show. Lovely to see you again. Thank you very
Absolutely.
much indeed for
Very
coming
good
on,
again.
all of you. And
Thank you.
to everybody else, next week, the last one in the present series, we're taking a couple of weeks break. And we've got, amongst others on the show, Ben Elton next week. And a man who's written books about little willies. And yeah, you can come back if you want.
Richard.
Yeah, very good.
Whole
not
chapter?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, great.
Shut your mouth.
Fame.
But before we go, some more of the clips you wanted to see, featuring on the Christmas show, the Gutter Band. You see the Gutter Band? They're very good, very funny. Unfortunately, they were all involved in a nasty car accident the other day. This is true, it's not a joke.
Don't.
Yeah, seriously, they're all in hospital and we hope they get well soon, all right? I wanted to be rude to somebody and you'll do if you don't shut up. As for you, that awful drone, never mind. I hope you enjoy this. Join us again next week at the same time. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye. Say goodbye. Bye.
I'm a common old garden penis. I'm noted for my cleanness. My master is a careful sort of chap. His precautionary tactic is to use a prophylactic, which suits me fine, cause I don't want the clap. I'm a willy in a welly. I'm a willy in a welly. And I really feel quite suave, and what the hell? You'll never see me on the telly, wearing fashion by Pirelli, but the only word for how I feel is swell. There's a fairly widespread hysteria about some small bacteria who live in places where the sun don't shine. They're really rather yucky and they're passed on just by nookie. Why don't you get an outfit just like mine?
Are you waiting for the family to arrive?